Right.
Okay, welcome to Sam's Kitchen Chronicles. I'm here at Padkapaw with Pao, the man himself, the legendary Thai chef of Seoul, Korea, from Thailand. What did you get?
I call it a leftover.
The leftover chef special. I got the Pad See Ew, and John, who is the other cameraman today, he's gotten the
drunken noodles.
The drunken noodles.
A little sober,
right.
less spice.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, we let it sit a little too long.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's still going to be very good though.
Yeah.
His is nice. His is rice. The noodles will probably.
So we just made a video making all these dishes together. I saw that Pao, he does his with kale, like just the kale that we normally get. And I was sort of surprised by that.
In Thailand, we have three types of kale. First of all, it's the kale have a big leaf and what's it called in English? Like a
stem?
Yeah, stem. The big one. They call that's the first type of kale that I know. And another kale is another type is we call the Hong Kong kale.
Hong Kong kale?
Yeah, it's so good. It's the texture is just like broccoli, but it's a kale. Okay. It's very expensive. The last one is the kale that's really cheap, and they already cut all the stem out, and they sell just leaf. We use that to make pad see ew. You want to taste mine? But it's a little bit spicy though. For me it's a little bit.
Oh yeah, I saw you put a lot of pepper in there, but I like that.
Oh, use the, what is it, Thai?
Bird's eye, yeah.
Bird's eye chili.
Bird's eye chili.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's good. I like it.
So how is it good?
Oh, it's so good. So one thing I noticed, so I make pad see ew at home, and one of the things I immediately noticed is that here they have a wok. And the wok is just so high temperature.
Yeah, change all the game.
Oh, it changes the game entirely. So like his low temperature is like higher than the hottest I can get at home. But, you know, I got a nice cast iron that I use, and I try to emulate that same sort of high heat, but it just doesn't get there. It just doesn't get anywhere close to that.
I don't know how to explain it if someone asks me, oh, how do you use your wok? How do you know how to, like, this time has to, like, increase the heat or just lower the heat? Sometimes I don't know how to explain that. But you can see the situation, you know, like, sometimes we have, like, a lot of customers, you have to cook really fast. So you have to use a different method. That, which is, I don't know how to explain that. Because,
Experience, that's what it is.
Yeah, right.
Skills.
Skills gained through experience.
Yeah. And you know, like, since we're open kitchen, people can see when you bring your hands to. But you know, you have to be relaxed as much as you can, because people, you know, if you see in the kitchen, if the chef don't even have the confidence how to cook, you don't have the confidence how, like, your food will be, like, turned out well. So that's the one thing that it's kind of forced me to, like, practice. You have to practice until you relax. You can talk to people while you're cooking. You can to make them, you know. Sometimes you have to spend a lot of time to cook because we have a lot of customers. So just keep talking to them, make them relax, and make it like, yeah, that's all I can say.
So John, you've been here quite a lot.
Yeah.
How many times would you say you've been here?
Well,
too many to count right now.
What's your favorite dish here?
Oh, I always go between the green curry, comes with rice and a fried egg, and then the drunken noodles. I get less spicy. Even right now though, I can still feel the heat, but it's okay. It's less spicier than the original. Cause he loves the spice, and I'm like, I can't do it. But there's a smokiness to mine. There's like a, what do you call it?
My yard?
Yeah, Maillard or whatever, like the sauce and everything is different from Patsiu. Yeah, so those two I usually get.
So one thing I also notice is when you throw the egg into the wok, it completely changes the way the egg gets cooked. Right? You know, I mean, it is sort of deep fried because you have a lot of oil in there, but then the egg sort of puffs up. It like doubles, triples in size. And that's something I've never seen, you know?
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
I love it so much because outside is kind of crispy.
Yeah.
It's still soft inside. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I wanted to ask you, like, what got you into cooking? Why did you decide, or where did you get all the skill from?
First of all, I could say, my mother, I grew up in a family that we have many restaurants. In Thailand, when I went to school and they have a spring break or school break, we send it to like an aunt or uncle to stay with them. So we held them in the kitchen, including when we got punished. We just chop things, we just sort out basil, we sort out the whole vegetable. I think that I just absorbed that kind of skill, especially from my mom. She's a kind of cookbook. We grew up to see her cook since we were 5 years old. I think that's the most experience I got from my mom, how to shop, and I went to Indian culinary school, and it turns out like I don't learn much about that. I learned in the culinary school about costing, inventory.
Costing, okay.
That's all I learned from, but skills. I would say no one is near the skill that me and my mom or my family in a Thai cooking term. Yeah, how to understand like how to keep ingredients, how to cut ingredients, how to make it last for long, how you calculate to, you know, sometimes you feel like I need a pinch of that in your food to make it taste right. In this temperature, I need something more. That's what I learned from my mom and my own experience. I don't think any school can teach you about that.
Alright, so I think we have to cut it short, but for our viewers, if there's one dish that you would recommend to eat here at Padkapaw, what would you recommend to them?
Wow, I would say Padkapaw.
Padkapaw. Get Padkapaw at Padkapaw with Pow.
Pow will make Padkapaw at Padkapaw.
That's right. Alright, thanks for watching. Do check out this restaurant. Really, a lot of people, including myself, we think that this is probably the best Thai restaurant in Korea and in Seoul. I can't speak for every restaurant because I haven't tried all of them, but this is definitely one of the best, easily. Pao knows his food. Pao knows how to make the flavors really work. I mean, a lot of us, we've been in Thailand, and it really is just an amazing representation of Thai food. And so if you've never had Thai food, or you're just in Korea and you want some good food, even if it's not Thai food, you just want good food, come to Padkapaw. You're gonna get stellar treatment, you're gonna get stellar service, and amazing food. So check it out. That's it for Sam's Kitchen Chronicles for today. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.